Good day, beautiful people. Good day. I promised you that we were going to have the co-founder. His name is Mark Ross. To share more. Hopefully by now you have watched module number 1. Now, if you haven't, I'm gonna do a very, very quick review. Very quick in case you haven't watched it. So I want you to watch this module in its entirety. Watch every second of this. All right. And then you can go back to module 1 if you haven't seen that just yet. So I want to introduce these two gentlemen. By the way, my community calls me the professor. We've got Mark Ross, the co-founder of Sosana. So those of you that know of Solana, this is Sosana, built on the Solana network. He's going to tell you why this is such an amazing project. And then my very dear buddy, we go back well over a decade. I told him that he can come on over to my side. He's holding on. He's holding on.
I'm coming quickly, baby.
This is Keith. This is Keith Lacey. Keith and I go way back. This man is a man of integrity, and I know Keith and I have been in this industry for a long time. He was one of my top guys in another project where we both, became 7-figure earners with that project. And so when he came to me with this, and I'm gonna tell you what he did. All right. First, past performance no indicator, future results. Nobody talking to you today is a financial advisor. Nobody can make any promises. All right. If you can't afford to lose it, you can't afford to invest it. You can't afford to participate with it. Don't borrow money. You got all my if, and, maybe, perhaps disclaimers, right? You got it. Okay. Here's what this guy, he sent me an audio and he said, dude, you got to see this, man. I took $3,640 and it's over, it grew to over 250,000. We're not promising that. Nobody's saying that's going to happen. But I do want you to see what the potential maybe perhaps is. So I want you to see what I saw, and then we're going to have this conversation. I want you to see, give me a moment. Let me bring up. This is going to lead us into this conversation, ladies and gentlemen. Now, those of you that have been following what we've been sharing with our community, I'm extremely concerned about what I call a global retirement crisis. I'll be 55 in just a few months. And they're saying in the US that Social Security, somewhere between 2033 and 2035, will be depleted. It'll be insolvent. That doesn't mean it's going to go away, but likely they're going to have to reduce benefits. And we're seeing a lot of information that says maybe by up to 20 to 25%. So if you're making $2,000 on Social Security, if that's cut by 25%, that's cut by $500. So I'm looking for those avenues that allow my Joe and my Susie average to have a real shot, whether you're retired, whether you're looking at retirement like me in the next few years, whether you're like my son who's about to turn 30 and he's saying, Pop, what you got for me? Because I don't want to have to work for the next 30, 40 years. So, Keith, this is what you sent to me, man. What date does this say, Keith?
March.
You see that date?
Yep.
March 27th. All right. Keith, then you sent me this. And what date does it show? April 12th.
April 12th. That's right. 2.5 weeks later.
If that.
Now, Mark's going to tell us, we can't promise that as this thing launches, okay? This was in a beta version. We can't promise that as it launches, all right? But look at what that potential maybe perhaps could be. Now, in module 1, we talked about how Sosana is a meme coin and how it is bringing utility. It's bringing a solution to not only the meme coin niche inside of the cryptocurrency arena, but to the entire cryptocurrency space. And so as we were ending module 1, we said, hey, I'm not the guy to tell you about the utility of Sosana. And so here's the thing: if we can find a problem in the marketplace, one, and we can bring a solution to that marketplace, number two, we can help a lot of people do very, very well financially without us promising anything, because we can't promise anything. So, Mark, I would like you to start this conversation off with what does Sosana do to bring utility and a solution to the marketplace, number one. Number two, there's a lot of problems in this meme coin space, in this whole cryptocurrency space, pump and dump schemes, rug pull.
Right.
So I'm going to come off the screen so everyone can see your smiling face. So Mark, what solutions have you and the founders come up with, and the community come up with, for this marketplace?
Excellent. Thanks for having me. I'm really excited to have you. T. Lamont Silver, you are awesome. And I'm getting to know you, and it's just been a pleasure. But I got to say, you know, if you want to know just real quick, I don't want to tell you a lot about me because that's not what this call's about, but I have an extensive experience in crypto as far as helping other projects launch and kind of getting into the tokenomics and things like that. And I started back in 2017 when I started to really get into Bitcoin and all these altcoins. And it was just like a whole world that just kind of unraveled for me. And I've had a lot of success and a lot of failure like everybody else that's been around in crypto. You know, there's so many things. Sosana stands for shiny object syndrome and nothing accomplished. And almost everybody laughs when they hear that. If you know anything about crypto, when you first hear that, you're going to crack up because yeah, man, I mean, we can all relate to that. And when David Track called me, he's my business partner. He's also the founder, and I would consider him the founder because this was his original idea. He came to me and he said, Mark, I've got the perfect idea for a meme coin. And what we had already experienced on the Solana ecosystem is literally thousands and thousands every day, new projects, meme coin projects, and all kinds of projects propping up on the ecosystem. He goes, this is the perfect, meme coin because it's called Sosana, shiny object syndrome and nothing accomplished. Now, I immediately just said, oh, that's great. That's hilarious. He goes out and he starts to build a website. I mean, he's serious, right? And in the midst of building that website, I'm looking at it and I'm realizing, yes, the beautiful thing about a meme coin that makes it successful, if it's really successful, is number one, it's relevant. Everyone can relate to it. Number two, it's entertaining, it's humorous. If you go to our website, sosana.io, you're going to be able to see it's really, if you just start from the top and just go through it and watch the little minute and 49-second video that we have and, just go through it, right? You're going to start going, wow, this is really funny. But then what you're going to discover later is that there's also an amazing utility underneath the surface that just we believe is going to be absolutely revolutionary, and it's something that's never been done. So I called him up a few weeks later, and I was like, David, I've got an incredible idea. Like, it just came to me in the middle of the night. I woke up that morning. I'm like, I got to call Dave. So I called him up, and I said, everyone can relate to Sosana, and that we've all been scammed and rug pulled, and there's all this junk and garbage out there, and we're making fun of the industry. We're making fun of ourselves. We're making it fun, right? That's what meme coins do. I said, but what if we had the solution? What if we could solve this problem? Because it's a serious problem. I mean, it is such a problem. You got to realize Solana itself is the 6th largest crypto project in the world and growing. And the reason why is because they have created such an amazing blockchain that is scalable, virtually no fees, almost no fees. But it's made it so user-friendly. And then you have these organizations like Pump Fund that launched. I mean, you could scratch together $40-50 and start your own meme coin if you want right now. It's that easy. So there's so much supply out there that there's not enough demand, and it's diluted the whole ecosystem. And we believe that the solution that we have can save the ecosystem. We believe it can also help a tremendous number of people avoid the scams, right? Find a safe haven. And here's basically how it works. So initially I said, what I want us to do initially is let's have a 3% transaction on every token purchase. So when a person comes in and buys our meme coin, we want there to be a 3% transaction tax. And there's several reasons for that. The first reason is if you know anything about crypto, and if you don't, I want you to relate to this. There are trading bots that are all over, especially the Solana ecosystem, because on the Solana ecosystem, all of these tokens are basically free. There's no fees. You can come in and come out virtually free. So what these trading bots do is they go in and they buy a large amount of volume on the chart, push up the price, and then they sell immediately after, which then allows them to profit, a small profit. So that's when you go onto the chart and you go, oh, look, a $10,000 purchase. That's cool. 30 seconds later, oh, the same wallet just sold it for $10,050 and made $50. And they do it over and over and over. And what does that do? It steals from the community. It actually pulls from their liquidity pool, and it becomes a tax on the community. And we all hate taxes, right? When I bring up a transaction tax, like, oh, taxes. Nobody likes taxes. But what if we could turn it around? What if we could create a tax that actually rewards the community and eliminates the bots? Because a bot won't come into Sosana and try to buy it and sell it instantly to try to make that quick profit, because they're going to pay 6%, 3% in, 3% out. So we've eliminated the bots. They're gone. Nobody's going to want to trade with a bot on the Sosana network. It's never going to happen. So we did that. And we also made it so that those 3 percentage points are broken up into 3 parts. 1% goes to the liquidity pool, which strengthens the price of the token. Okay. 1% goes to the marketing wallet so that you can enable marketing, right? Because every crypto project needs marketing. So that's going to help get funded. And then the third one is the biggie. This is the one that is revolutionary, that's literally never happened in crypto history. I want you to listen carefully. We call it the DGen voter bonus reward pool. Okay, now think about that. That's 1% of every transaction, not just buys, not just sells, but every transaction. As a matter of fact, even if you move your tokens from one wallet to another person's wallet, that 3% transaction tax is always going to occur. And 1% of it is always going to feed into this most amazing reward pool that's never been done in crypto history. Let me explain. This is how powerful this is. If you come in, if you hold, this is an automatic staking mechanism. If you hold $500 worth of Sosana, you can nominate your favorite project on the Solana ecosystem. Now, we just said that 99.99% of projects that are launched right now, because of pump fund, because it's so user-friendly, because there's way too much supply and not enough demand, has made it almost impossible to find quality projects. It's really, really hard. So what we did is we made it so that when you nominate your token, keep this in mind, there's also really good projects out there. Because there are so many, there are some really quality projects on the Solana ecosystem as well. And by design, there's nothing wrong with Solana. Solana is an amazing blockchain. It's enabling people to get into blockchain like never before. It's going to enable the masses like never before. But the problem is there's too many projects. So if you have $500 worth of Sosana token, you can nominate your favorite project. And if you have $50 in Sosana, you can connect your wallet to our decentralized application. We call it the DApp, and you can now vote on those projects. Now, it's a 2-week period. Every voting process is a 2-week period. Why? Because during a 2-week period, there's so much volume that comes in off the decentralized exchange that it builds up that pool, that reward pool, right? That 3%, that 1% that goes into the DGen voter bonus pool, it continues to grow and grow and grow, right? So let's just throw out a scenario. Again, never happened before. Our first 2 weeks, and by the way, the reason why T. Lamont Silver just showed you that example of what happened to Keith and what he calls the beta version, which we'll explain later. The reason why he showed you that is not to show you all the money you're going to make. He showed you that to show you that literally in our first 2.5, 3 weeks, we proved a business model that works. Like, this is a proven business model that we went out there, and this was without any kind of an affiliate program, without anything. That the business model itself, the token on the crypto market itself, was very successful, and it just started to grow virally. We went from less than 1/10 of a penny up to almost 20 cents, okay, in about 2.5 weeks. And that's where you saw what happened to Keith and why he was able to turn like 3,600 bucks into like over $250,000, right? Because that can happen in crypto. And that's what everybody's looking for in crypto, right? But what we did is we made it so that it's so rewarding that someone in a third world country who can only scratch together 50 bucks can actually create wealth potentially. Okay. Not saying that you will, no projections, like you said, but potentially. And here's why. If you vote, okay, here's how it basically happens. Every Saturday during that 2-week period, that's Saturday at 7 p.m., all of the nominated projects are then exposed to everyone who's able to vote. So you connect your wallet, you see all the nominated projects, and you're going to choose one project that's your favorite project that you think is the best nominated project out there, right on the Sosana ecosystem. So you get that, and there's a 48-hour process. So from Saturday 7 p.m. Eastern to Monday 7 p.m. Eastern, you have that opportunity to vote. The vote ends, and by the way, this is so decentralized that even me and David Track don't know who the winner is. We have no idea. It's all embedded into the smart contract.
Okay.
So we don't know. And so when it gets revealed, it's as much a surprise as to us as it is anybody else, any other member in Sosana. That's really important because it needs to be 100% decentralized and controlled by the community for it to be legit, right? This isn't some pump and dump scheme. We're not just trying to pump and dump projects. We're trying to bring quality projects from the Solana ecosystem or the network into the Sosana community to help people find these quality projects and their strength in numbers. The bigger we get, the better the voting process will occur, right? But I'll give you an example. In our first 2.5 weeks or so, when we did our first vote, we had about $400,000 in transactions during that period, okay? And we accumulated in that 1% wallet about, like 3,800 bucks or so, maybe 3,900, something like that. 11 people in the community, in this tiny little community at the beginning, voted for the winning project. Okay. And they were only required to hold $50 worth of Sosana. They then got airdropped that winning project from the wallet. So the wallet literally, and this is what's amazing about this. Think about this. When the light goes on for you to understand how this works, it's just, you're going to be blown away. That wallet goes onto the decentralized exchange and buys the winning token. So whatever token won the project or won the election, the wallet goes and automatically buys that token with the money that's in there, pushes up the project, right? Promotes the project, and then airdrops that token to all the people who voted for that token. We had 11 people vote for that token who were required to hold $50. Now, when's the last time you ever saw a crypto project in history where someone was holding just $50 in that native token and received a reward that was literally like 7 or 8 times what they were holding in tokens? That's never been done in crypto history. And this is when it happened on a very, very small scale. We're talking about 11 people here, right? And they received about $370 to $380 worth of that token that was voted for by the community that won the vote, right?
Okay, hold on. Let me stop there. Let me make sure. Let me make sure I got it.
Yeah.
and make sure that they got it. Okay. So the utility that we have is if you have at least $50 worth of Sosana tokens,
right,
you can vote.
Yes.
All right. Now, I'm not the crypto genius, so maybe I don't know how to find something to nominate, but I can at least go in and vote.
Yeah.
Take a look at what other people may be nominated and say, oh, I like this project. Now, if I vote on, let's say there were 10 projects and I vote on the third one and the third one won, are you telling me, give me a moment, I'm sorry. Sorry about that. Are you telling me that whoever wins, so there could be multiple winners, right?
Right.
All right. So whoever in this case voted for project number 3 was the one that was nominated and voted as the best project out of those 10.
Yep.
Those winners are going to get that token of that project.
Yes.
And they're splitting the pie.
Yes. Never been done in crypto history ever.
So you're saying if I just had $50 worth and I voted for that when you guys were doing it there and that beta, what I call the beta version, I would have made like I would have gotten $300, $200, whatever worth of that token.
That token.
Mhm.
Now, what could I do with that token?
You can
Maybe build
sell
a
it.
portfolio.
You can sell it. You can build your portfolio and keep it. I mean, think about it. Here's what's amazing about this too. It's not just an initial reward. It's potentially a growing reward. And I believe that inside of this ecosystem, the bigger we get, there's strength in numbers, because the more people we have in this community, the bigger the rewards will get, but also the better and more refining that voting process will become, because more people voting means more refined process of selection, right? So it's what I always say, we're going to take these nominated projects and forge them through an election process so that the most quality projects rise to the top, right? And you're going to see a top 10 listing at 7 p.m. Monday Eastern. And for an hour, by the way, from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m., you know which token the wallet's going to purchase. So that wallet that's been filled up by the community from all the buys and sells that ever happened in the community, you're going to know for an hour which token that wallet's going to buy before it's even bought. You hear me?
Well, hold on. To make sure I got this. Okay. So whether I voted for the winning project or not,
Yes.
there's going to be an hour window where I'm going to know, everybody in the community is going to know what project won. We know that that token's going to be purchased
Right.
out of the pool.
Yes.
Am I saying the right words? Or are you correct?
That's right. Yeah. But what you could call it the pool, it's the wallet. Yeah.
For the wallet. Hey Keith, that sounds like we're not getting in trouble like Martha Stewart did.
Yeah. It's a legal way to do it because the community made the whole decision. It's 100% decentralized. The community made the decision. We didn't make the decision. The owners didn't make the decision. You didn't make the decision. The community as a whole just voted for it. And that's it. And now they know, oh, look, this is the token that's actually going to be purchased. They just know it by default.
What happens, Mark? What happens when we go down the road and that pool, $100,000, let's say, is going to go and purchase this token, but we got a 1 hour head start.
Right.
What sounds like to me, whether I want the vote or not, I want to go in that 1 hour and see what it is. And does that mean I could go and I could purchase it before the wallet makes this larger purchase?
Right. Yes. And here's the synergy. So what you're starting to talk about here is what I call synergy. The synergy of everyone seeing what's going on at the same time and going, wow. And this is the thing you got to realize, as the community votes on these tokens, the bigger the rewards get, the more people come in and get excited about it, and the bigger the community gets, and then the bigger the rewards get, right? But also because those rewards get so large inside that wallet, the bigger impact it's going to make when it buys that token. So I can see in the future potentially here why we created this, where there's going to be token projects that don't even know they were nominated. Like they're just going to be like, let's say it's token XYZ, and people are in their Telegram and they're in their communities, and all they're doing, like they all do, is just get the word out, go to Twitter and tell everybody about our token and how great it is. And suddenly they look at the chart, because when you're in a token, you're always looking at the chart to see how it's doing. And they see the price just exploded, and they see someone just bought like $1 million worth of our token because Sosana did $100 million in transactions in a 2-week period. 1% of that's $1 million. When's the last time you saw a token get bought for $1 million from one buyer? And then at the same time, airdrop everybody that voted for that token. So they all got their reward. And at the same time, the synergy of people hearing about this an hour before it happens. And they're like, the whole Sosana community's like, I got to get this token, man. Look what just won. And let me ask you something. Who's going to leave a project where this happens every 2 weeks? over and over. It's something new every 2 weeks. And it's not just some meme coin where you bought it and thought, man, once Sosana gets to a certain price, I'm going to sell it because I just want to make money. You're not going anywhere because you know that every 2 weeks there's a new project coming to town. And
Oh,
at the same
wow.
time, think about it. You could hold $50 worth of Sosana and potentially build a large portfolio of these winning projects, right? For free. Think about the reward that that gives you potentially. So
Wow.
that's why we think this is going to go viral. And in those first 2.5 weeks, that great example you showed of Keith's wallet was just an example of what happened when we introduced this to people. People just started talking about it. It was quick. It was a really quick viral concept. Now we have an affiliate program that we're putting on top of this in the 2.0 launch. When we relaunched Sosana, because we got screwed, we got scammed. Our developer built a back door. We didn't know it. He went in and he stole from the liquidity pool and robbed everybody. Well, what we did was we turned around and we have this amazing community because they are so loyal and so excited about this concept. We hardly got anything, but man, we are so sorry this happened to you guys. Matter of fact, some of my biggest investors were like, Mark, I am so sorry this happened to you. Like they were worried about me. And all I was worried about them, right? But this community that we have is so strong. And through word of mouth and organic growth, we have this loyal community and every one of them is coming back excited about the relaunch. But here's what's happening for people now. Like if you're listening to this right now, okay, and we haven't launched yet, you are in position to get involved with what's already a proven concept. Like we've already proven that it works. We've already proven it, right? This isn't some theory. We proved that it works. And now we're attaching an amazing affiliate program to that so that it can feed even more buy pressure, even more momentum. We think it's like pouring gas on the fire, like literally it's going to explode. And now we have hundreds of people already potentially standing by waiting to join the affiliate program for Sosana, you know, whenever we relaunch, because they saw they're witnessing kind of what you guys are witnessing, what you've seen, what has happened. And it's just kind of common sense, isn't it? So now you have this safe haven place where people can come in, there's strength in numbers, the community's going to grow. We're here to help everybody, not just people that grow the affiliate program. You can get into Sosana for $50 and potentially create wealth. How? What if you chose one of the winning tokens? You got $300 or $400 reward. I don't know what the reward will be. I'm not going to project rewards either. I'm just going to say what they were in the beginning. But let's just say you got $300 worth of reward for choosing the winning token. And that winning token goes up 10x. Now you got $3,000 worth of a reward, and all you had to do was hold $50. That's never happened in crypto history. When we have those success stories, because this affiliate plan, people like you, T. Lamont, people like me, and people like Keith, we're going to be sharing this and spreading the word. And we're going to build these success stories of people that, in my opinion, I believe this. I'm not making projections. I'm not making income claims. I'm not giving you financial advice. I'm just telling you what I think will happen. What I believe is going to happen is you're going to have the kind of success stories like you've never seen, not only in crypto, but in business, where someone can spend $50 and literally create wealth potentially. That's unheard of. And without enrolling anyone, I mean, this is going to be fun, and we can get into the details of the affiliate program when you're ready to.
Ooh, that Keith,
it's amazing.
Man, I am so grateful that you got in touch with me.
Yeah.
So, Keith, let me ask you real quickly, because before we started, this recording, you were talking about how you're not a techie. I'd like you to talk to those folks that they're not crypto enthusiasts, they're not tech people. How you participated in the voting, right? Or you participated in the mechanism. All right. Was it simple? Was it hard? Talk to us about that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, me and Mark's been talking about Sosana for a long time, for several months. These guys have really put a lot of hard work in this. And it's of course, like Mark said, I want him to go back and go over and explain how we got wrecked by the dev. And so that we for sure knew that he did it. We saw him leave the room, and we know for sure that he did it. But the new dev too, let's talk about that a little bit too as well here soon. But because that's very important. The new dev actually helped create the Exodus wallet. That's amazing. So we should have used him to begin with, but Mark tell you all that story there. But as far as the ability to go in, I've never been a techie guy. Mark knows this. I always ask Mark all the technical questions. He gets frustrated because I don't know how to do anything technical wise. But so when I went on, when we first got the website rolling, and the DApp, that word DApp just intimidated the living daylights out of me. What is a DApp? And so decentralized application, I learned. And so, but you just click on the three dots at the top of the website. You see it up there at the top right there. I don't think it's right there. Yeah, right there, the white right above your head, T. Lamont. There's a little button there, and you clicked it, and it takes you right through the process. I was able to vote, and it's very understandable. And so I thought to myself, man, this is sweet. Whoever created this DApp platform done an amazing job. They knew how to make it user friendly for the person like me that doesn't know anything about technology. Everybody knows me. I don't know anything about technology, and I can't stand it. So for me to be able to go and do this by myself, it was amazing. I was shocked. I had to be honest with you. So
before we get back to Mark and talk about the dev and what steps you guys have taken so that when 2.0 launches, there's not a repeat of what happened with
Right.
what I call the beta part. So folks, let's just make sure we understand the utility is we get an opportunity to vote on nominated projects. Now, real quick, I can be a voter. I only need to have $50 worth of Sosana. Now, obviously, I want to have as much Sosana as my resources allow, especially at this very early stage, because hopefully it does grow and grow. Okay. If I want to nominate project, what does that require again? And what would be the benefit if I nominate a project and that project wins the vote?
Excellent question. Yeah. So basically all you got to do again is hold $500 worth of Sosana, connect your wallet to the DApp. And this is during that 2-week period before all the nominations are revealed, that you're going to be able to copy that contract from that particular project, paste it in, click a button, and now you've just nominated a project. It's connected to your wallet. Everything's in the system. And if you win the vote, when it happens from Saturday through Monday, you're going to get currently a $500 worth of Sosana reward for winning the vote. Now, that's the initial reward. So that gives people an incentive of like, yeah, I want to get in and nominate projects, my favorite project, and I want to win that vote so that I get $500 worth of Sosana initially. Eventually, as we get more and more and more volume, which by the way is paid through the marketing wallet, that reward. So that comes out of the marketing wallet. So we believe that the reward, and this is going to be up to us as we go, because we just want to be as generous as possible to the community, but we think the reward will eventually be thousands of dollars for nominating the winning project. And eventually there's going to be some limitations. We don't want 100 projects nominated so that people get drowned in the process. We want people to have a really good opportunity to win that vote. But we also think the selection process is going to get more and more refined, as I said. And we think the best projects are going to come to the top, which is really what makes this a safe haven, at least to a point. I mean, yes, are we going to vote for scams at some point? Sure we are. That's going to happen. But the bigger we get as a community, the less likely that will happen. And it's a great place to build your portfolio, which, by the way, again, gives you the potential to do that for free. I mean, I don't know where else you could do it for free.
So you've got, if I hold $500 worth of Sosana, I can nominate projects to be voted on.
Correct.
If a project that I nominate wins the vote, I get Sosana as a reward.
Yes.
$500 could be more in time, what have you. Okay.
Right.
I can vote by only having $50 worth of Sosana, whether I ever nominate or not. I can go in and say, okay, yeah, let me vote. All right. And if what I voted on wins, I'm one of the winners.
Yes.
And again, when you guys did this before, it was like $300 worth of that token, the token of the winning project. So
Yep.
this is where people can start to build a portfolio.
There you go.
Yes.
Then an hour before the wallet goes and buys the winning project's token,
Mhm.
the entire community gets to see what that token is, what that project is that won. And now I can now go and buy that token before the tidal wave
Right.
of the wallet comes to buy that token.
That's right.
And that's happening, what, every 2 weeks to start?
Yes, every 2 weeks to start. And initially, we know it may not be huge in the beginning to have that enormous impact, but we also know what we're building toward. Like everybody in the community realized the bigger that wallet gets, the bigger the impact, right? And so again, that synergy that's occurring, it makes it perpetual. It's like, how do people stop coming back every 2 weeks? They just don't. And by the way, I just want to correct one thing that you said and make sure people realize, yes, you do have to hold $50 in Sosana in order to see the winner. So you got to be able to connect your wallet to the DApp, have $50 in Sosana, and at that point you can see who won the vote. And if you didn't vote, that's okay, because but you still have to hold at least $50 to see the winner also. Yeah.
Oh, even if I didn't vote, which vote? Vote, folks. Vote.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But even
No
if I
brainer.
didn't vote, I can still see what the who the winner was, the winning project, and I can then decide, okay, because we've got that 1 hour time frame. Ooh,
Right.
let me go and buy some of that. So this is a way that every couple of weeks I could be adding to my portfolio.
Right. You can build your portfolio. I mean, it's possible that if you're a member of Sosana and all you ever hold is $50 worth of Sosana, that over a 6-month period, who knows? I mean, if you win a few votes with some really good tokens that also grow, and man, we know that right now, I mean, this is July 10th. Bitcoin today just hit an all-time high. Okay. The bull market's back. And let me tell you something, guys. I really believe that Sosana could transcend the industry and not even need a bull market to grow with under these circumstances. We don't feel like we need a bull market, like all the other crypto projects out there that are dependent on Bitcoin, right? But with Bitcoin bullish, oh my gosh, you talk about gas on the fire. You got an affiliate program, you got a bull market on top of everything with this concept. The timing could not be better with what's about to happen. And we believe we're going to launch sometime between July 28th, if not sooner. But there's going to be a 3-day period where the contract needs to get audited. And by the way, do you care if I transition into the dev and what happened?
Oh, no,
Quick?
go on,
Okay.
please.
Because I want to help people understand how fortunate they are right now that this actually happened. It was a tragic thing, but it turned out to be a blessing. And you know, sometimes in life, bad things seem to happen. And we all know this too shall pass. And when it passes, sometimes a blessing comes from it, right? We think that because of what happened, it taught us so much and also gave us time to develop this project so much. I mean, we have had so much developed with these new developers. They've opened doors. And with all of these new ideas, especially David Track is kind of like, I'm nowhere near the genius, but David Track, man, I'm telling you, the guy, he's so innovative. And you guys will get a chance to meet him very soon. We're going to be doing AMAs like twice a day, probably starting sometime next week. Okay. Before this launch.
AMA mean? What does that mean?
AMA means ask me anything. So it means you're going to be able to come on there. We're going to give the overview of the project. We're going to let everybody come out and ask questions. And we're just going to be a community, right? We're just going to communicate with the community. So, but the dev that we did hire came from Fiverr. Okay. And people might say, Fiverr, what are you thinking? Well, on Fiverr, it's where you get a lot of credibility because we had a guy that had years of experience, hundreds of reviews, 5-star rating. The guy had an incredible reputation, so we trusted him. And the reason why Dave decided to go with him is because he saw, okay, this guy has tremendous experience, but he knew based on the guy that we're with now, by the way, that he would be a lot less expensive and could probably do it a lot faster because he was ready to do a job, right? So we hired the guy, we interviewed him, we hired him, and we believed the guy was the real deal. And by the way, he actually built an amazing DApp. I mean, you look at it, it was fully functional. The election process was working, the voting process, you know, the nominations, everything was working. So this guy built us a great decentralized app, and it worked, right? But I guess I don't know if it was sometime whether he planned it from the beginning or if during the process he just saw a way in where he built a back door. And we did, and one of the mistakes we made is we didn't actually from the get-go, and this is actually more common than you think, but we didn't get our contract audited from the get-go. We should have done that, so we learned from that mistake. And had we had it audited, the back door would have been revealed, and all this stuff would have saved us. But with the new go around, we have a developer that literally had a hand in developing and designing the Exodus wallet. And if you've never heard of that, look it up. The Exodus wallet is one of the biggest decentralized wallets in crypto. This guy has tremendous credibility. He's licensed. He's brick and mortar. He is from India, and he is the real deal. I mean, he came out, showed his face to the community, talked to the community. We've already had a call with him. This guy's legit. So couple the fact that we have a really legit developer that's even more talented and more capable, and by the way, is growing this thing like exponentially. When we bring out the community hub, which I'll explain, we're bringing out an affiliate program. This guy's putting all this stuff together for us. And on top of that, we're going to audit it. So we're going to trust him, but we're also going to verify, right? We're going to make it so that it's literally impossible. There is no possible way that what happened before could happen again. So but at the same time, Dave and I keep telling each other we're thankful that it happened. I know it sounds horrible because we don't want anybody to lose their money. And guess what?
Well,
nobody's going to lose their money because everybody's going to get airdropped the tokens that they had when this happened. So when we go with the new launch, everybody that owned their tokens in the previous contract is going to get their tokens sent back to them in the new contract. So nobody's going to lose their tokens. And as we build that liquidity back up, everybody's going to make all their money back anyway. So this is going to be a blessing in disguise because now we're working with the synergy of an affiliate program that also brings about a community hub that's going to have so many features that people would want to be just a member of the community hub and part of the affiliate program, even if they don't refer a single person. And here's why. You're going to get access to an even greater safe haven. This is going to be a place where all of the token promoters, like there's going to be people that are wanting to launch their token on our platform, introduce themselves to our community, and allow you to vote. A whole new voting process where 50% of the marketing wallet once a month is going to be rewarding people in the same process as we have with the original Sosana concept, the voting and reward mechanism that we already have. We're going to bring that to the community hub, but in the community hub, the difference is it's going to be once a month. And secondly, it's going to be KYC projects that come to us in their pre-launch. These are people that haven't even launched their token yet. Okay, so you're gonna be able to find and discover projects that hardly anybody even knows about yet, and you're gonna be part of that community hub that votes on those projects and gets rewarded those projects too. So why wouldn't you want to be a member of the community through the affiliate? Of course you would. And then you're going to be able to refer people. The first 1,000 members are going to be able to join for just $99. You're going to earn up to 30% in the first level, 30% second level, 20% third level of when people spend that $99 for the first 1,000 members. After the first 1,000 members, that's going to go to a basic membership is $149 and a premium membership is $299. We'll get all the information out to find out why you would want to be a premium member versus a basic member, but you can decide. And those commissions will be paid in Sosana tokens, not money, not stable coin. So you're going to earn if someone literally is going to have to purchase Sosana to come back and join the Sosana affiliate program, and you're going to earn Sosana Token every time people spend those Sosana tokens to join the affiliate program through your referral link. Does that make sense?
So it pushes the market up every person.
Oh, the buy pressure into the Sosana token is going to be insane. It's going to be insane what it does. And we didn't have that. Listen, we went from less than a tenth of a penny to almost 20 cents in 2.5 weeks without an affiliate program. What are we going to do with an affiliate program? It's going to be really interesting, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh my God. Now, listen, if you were seeing this before the pre-launch, all right, you definitely want, I'm sorry, not pre-launch, before the launch of 2.0, okay?
Right.
You want to have at least $50 worth of token. You don't have to, but you want to have at least $50. That way you can vote, okay? and you want to go on with the $99 worth of Sosana tokens for, what are we calling that? Membership, community hub, affiliate. What are we calling that?
Yeah. Well, you're going to call it Community Hub members, which are members of the affiliate program. And by the way, I want to make sure people understand this. There was such a glitch, and this is going to be quickly resolved. I mean, it was actually, the process of it was today, and Keith's been on my butt over and over about this, about getting the contract removed from the website, because the old contract is actually still at Sosana.io. So don't get confused, people. Don't go to Sosana.io, find the contract and try to purchase the token. Don't do that, because if you do that, you're going to purchase a dead token. Don't do it. But that's going to be changed any day now, Keith, just so you know, because we're talking to the guy that's kind of like the head of security, because the former web developer, he wasn't like a security guy. We need to make sure, see, we're doing everything we can to make sure that nobody gets hurt on Sosana 2.0, and David can't be too comfortable. Let me tell you, he is so careful right now that he's having his laptop, where he did most of his work and development in the first contract, he's having it completely wiped. Like, he's just making sure that there's no potential of anything happening, even though we're going to get the contract audited, which makes it bulletproof anyway. I mean, it's going to be an audited, blockchain secure contract anyway, but we are not forgetting to dot every I and cross every T to make sure that our community is safe, that we're all safe, that we're not going to get Sosana in Sosana ever again. You know,
I want to make sure that we get the reason why we want to be a part of the community hub, amongst other things. Because I know that you and I, Keith, we talked, and you shared a lot. But I want to make sure we get this part. All right. So with the $50, I can vote.
Right.
That voting is happening every couple of weeks to start, maybe even more frequently as we grow. Okay.
Correct.
Totally optional.
Okay. But most of those projects will likely be projects, though, that are already in the public sphere.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
Yes.
But in the community hub, and if I wanted the first 1,000 folks, I'm paying $99 worth of Sosana tokens one time. That's lifetime, right?
For life. Correct.
If I'm one of the first 1,000. If I'm not
Correct.
one of the first 1,000, I think it's an annual.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Got you. All right. But so in the community hub, the difference is what I'm voting on are projects that haven't necessarily launched, pre-launch projects. Right?
Right. Yes. That's right.
KYC projects. Very important.
Oh, thanks.
And they're all KYC. That's the most important thing. In other words, we're not going to let anybody touch our community unless they've gone through KYC. That's know your customer. KYC, know your customer. So they're going to show valid identification. They're going to prove their identity to us, and then we're going to let them into the community. And by the way, at that point, they're going to compete for your vote. They're going to set up AMAs where you guys can participate in those AMAs. They're going to come out and they're going to show you how great their project is. And then you guys, as part of that community hub, are going to vote once per month on those projects and get rewarded if you win the vote.
So the same thing would happen inside the community hub. If I win, I vote for the winning project,
You're going to get airdropped. You'll get airdropped that winning token. Correct. Yes.
Right. And would the same thing happen with the time frame?
Yeah. So basically, once a month, it's going to be a very similar time frame where you can vote for 48 hours, and then it's going to be a 1 hour. Basically. And I don't even know if you need the 1 hour because it is a pre-sale, right? So you may not need it, but we'll decide that. I think that's probably a good thing to do. But where people will be able to say, oh, look, the community voted for this particular project. I better go buy those tokens too, because when that thing launches, I want to have those tokens, because remember, those are projects that haven't even launched yet. They're just being voted on, and you're going to get airdropped those tokens that from a company that hasn't even launched yet. And some of those could potentially be enormous projects for all we know.
Yeah. Well,
you know what I could see? I could see if I had a project that I wanted to bring to Sosana to come into the community hub to be voted on. And I already have, my own Telegram, my own following, or what have you.
Yep.
I don't want to bring those folks to Sosana because I want them to vote on my project.
Right.
Which now means we got more folks
Yes.
coming into
Synergy.
Sosana.
You're talking about synergy. But listen, the more aspects you look at this at every angle, you're going to be like, there's these people wanting to come in. There's these people wanting to come in. It's like everyone's wanting to, we're everybody's friend. We're not here to compete with the industry. We're here to complement the industry.
Wow.
And the whole industry is going to love us.
Wow.
And if you win, let me tell you something. If you're a project that brings your community to Sosana and you win the vote and you promote your project to the whole Sosana community, your community grows from it. Our community grows from it. And you can do this every 90 days too. You don't have to do this one time. We're not letting people do it back to back because we don't want people to game the system. We don't want some community that comes in and says, oh, we got like 20,000 members and we're going to win this vote for the next 3 months. We're not going to let that happen. But every 90 days you can come back and you can do it all over again, right? And so we believe we're going to be such a friend to the whole industry. Everybody's going to love us and want to be a part of this.
Wow. And one other thing that I thought about, let's take my Joe, my Sue average. The reason they would want to be in the community hub, which means they're going to be if you're in the community hub by making that $99 Sosana purchase, if you were the first 1,000, or right. Then the what was it, 149 and then
149 and 299. Yep.
Okay. All right. So you're in the community hub, maybe just because you want to be able to see these other projects.
Yes.
Participate in those pre-launch projects. Okay.
Right. And by the way, you have to hold $50 worth of Sosana as well to connect your DApp. To connect to the DApp in the community hub, you have to have $50 worth of Sosana as well. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yep. They're going to want to be there, T. Lamont, because it's going to give them the first mover advantage. It's like the like we wrote it down today. It's like illegal insider trading going on that's legal.
Right. And here's another thing that you got to realize is that the bigger we get, the more projects are just going to be like a magnet to us. Like people are just going to be like, man, in other words, we believe that it's potentially going to be where if you launch if you're a pre-launch project on the Solana network and you don't go through Sosana, you're not even doing it.
People aren't even taking you seriously.
Yeah. It's like you either go through Sosana or you're not, or you're missing out. Like, why wouldn't you? It's not like, and all they got to do is pay us $299 to become members. Right. And when they do that, and by the way, you can introduce token projects. So you could go to a token project and say, hey, if you guys are going to launch on the Solana network, let me refer you over to Sosana. You can refer that project. And by the way, if people find us, because we're going to have press releases, we're going to be out there, right? All out there. We're going to have what's called a round robin. This is something we didn't say in the first time around. This round robin process where if you pay $19.95 a month as an affiliate member to the round robin, it's going to make it so that everybody that comes to Sosana who doesn't have a referral is going to round robin be assigned to all the people that are paying $19.95 a month. So let's say we have thousands of people coming in and you're part of that round robin, right? You're part of the ad co-op. You're going to get some of those members potentially thrown in your group because they came in and they didn't have anybody that referred them. And we don't want to refer them. We don't want to sell them anything. We want you guys to get all the money and credit. We don't want anything to do with it.
So my Joe average, who says, I've got no friends or family left. I'm in the NFL club. When I go on Facebook or Instagram, all my friends go running.
Yeah.
For $19.95, they are part of the Sosana
ad co-op.
Ad co-op.
Yeah. And so if a person comes up and says, I want to be a member of the Sosana affiliate program, I don't have a sponsor. We just throw them right into the round robin and they get assigned to someone as their sponsor. And now they're in the affiliate program. So we wanted to do it that way so that the company doesn't gain from new members. Only our community gains from new members.
Wow.
We don't want to sign people up, right?
Wow.
We don't want that.
Wow.
We don't care.
Wow. Wow. Yeah. I want to do a couple things here. Number one, You just heard the co-founder. He did not have to come on. He knows this is being recorded. He knows that this is going to go out. This is going to be on YouTube. This is going to be on social media. This guy just told you we got Sosana ourselves.
Yep.
Now, this is what we've done to make sure that that doesn't happen again. Now, if that doesn't tell you about the character of Mark and the leadership team, see, that's the thing, Keith. I want to be with somebody that when the stuff happens, they don't go running, man.
Right.
That's right.
See, I can get in the foxhole with somebody like that.
Yep.
It's Keith, you and I, we've had to do it, right? We've had egg on our face, and we've had to come out to our community. That company, Keith, that you and I were part of, where we became millionaires. All right. The day that thing shut down, an hour and a half later, I'm having a webinar. I didn't know what to say. I just knew that folk needed to hear, because they look to us for leadership. That right there, and for nothing else, Mark, you got me because you were willing to tell. You told me as a leader. I didn't know you were going to tell everybody.
Oh yeah, everybody. We have nothing to hide. I mean, there's no reason to. Why would we hide it? You know?
Wow.
I mean, the truth is, in my opinion, people are going to find out anyway. You might as well tell them, and you might as well get in front of it. But we're proud. We're proud of the fact that we're, in my opinion, we make it more of a selling point, because it's how ironic is it? It's really a tremendous success story if you think about it. I mean, once we get up above and beyond this, people are going to look back and go, wow, look what happened to them, and they just hung in there and made it happen, because it's such a winning concept. You know, you can't, when you have the golden goose, you know, that dev could have done whatever he wanted to us. He couldn't have taken our golden goose. This Sosana and this incredible reward mechanism and voting process that we have, and this community hub that we built, and this affiliate program, no one can take that away from us, right? So we're what we did is we built it back better. This is a, you know, it was an amazing concept that was working. Now it's an amazing concept that's proven and is going to be on fire. You know,
the program, yeah,
it's going to be incredible.
Back to make sure you get this, because a lot of people think that this could be like the Sosana token, and we've got our own token out there, blah, blah, blah. We do have it, but it's actually live. So those screenshots you showed in the beginning, a lot of people think that those are some tokens that you can't sell on the market. It's like some private company's tokens that's, you know, people. Very important. That what you saw on those screenshots was my Phantom wallet, a very popular decentralized wallet that anybody can download. You create your 12 passwords. It's a decentralized real wallet. And so that all you've got to do is that those Sosana coins, when you come in and you buy and you potentially gain, they go up in value, you gain profits, you can sell those, or I actually just swapped them. I could swap them several times. I swapped them for USDT, USDC, gave me money right away.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Wow.
Awesome.
And Keith, you're absolutely right, because I remember there was a project back in like 2017, 2018. They had their own token. They actually got in the top 10 on CoinMarketCap, but everything was internal. And so when they wanted to pull the rug, they just yanked the rug, and then it was all gone.
Not me no more.
Wow.
This is the real deal, brother. This is on the market, so you can cash out anytime.
So listen, folks, I want you to get this. Okay? You definitely obviously want to get as many tokens as your resources allow. Don't hurt your family. Minimum of $50 worth of tokens is going to allow you to vote. So you want to be able to vote. You want to be able to go in and see what project won the vote. You've got that 1 hour time frame. Okay. And then if you've got resources, consider getting some of the token that actually won, build up a token portfolio. That's happening every 2 weeks to start. But then when you come into the community hub, that's happening once a month. So you're talking 3 times a month that you could uh, be winning a vote, winning tokens without anything more further out of your pocket. And
Yep.
you can then choose to take, maybe it's come from profits, all right, or however, and purchase some of these tokens to build your token portfolio. Um, Mark, there was something else you talked about the other day when it came to the community hub about education. Would you hit
Yes.
on that for
Yeah.
the Keith Lacey's of the world that's not a techie?
Right. Hey, yeah, absolutely. And that's another thing I love about Sosana is that we would love to be people's first experience in crypto. We would love it because we really think we can give them such a safer place to where they can actually find opportunities, right? But we also want to educate them. And so when you're going to bring in the masses, there's two forms of education people are going to get access to. One, we're going to have all kinds of tutorials and information there. But at the same time, we're putting together a certified trainer where people can come in from the community. They will come in and they'll go through what we call the Certified Training Academy or information and education that educates them on how to be a Sosana certified trainer, have a well-rounded, crypto education as well as a Sosana education, how to help people navigate the Sosana process, the ecosystem, the community, everything, so that they're available to those members to walk them through anything they don't understand. Because let's face it, you can have tutorials, you can have education, you can have written information, all this stuff, but there's still people out there that are just so new to crypto that they need someone to kind of hold their hand. They just need it. And we don't have time to do it. And especially like even as sponsors, like if you're an affiliate, member, and you bring in new people, it might be really hard for you to walk a person through that. So this is going to be a service to them, and it's going to be a service to people that need it, and it's going to be a minimal cost. I mean, I don't know. I can't tell you exactly what the cost will be right now because it is going to be competitive. You're going to be able to go in and you're going to be able to see those certified trainers that have gone through the process. And the process for the certified trainer is to get educated, number one. Number two, they take an exam on their education. They pass the exam. And once they pass the exam, we interview them and we get their KYC to make sure they're legit. We bring them onto the platform and we say, hey, here's a certified trainer. They're going to have their profile, their picture, everything you want to know about them. And then they're going to start getting reviews. People will review them and give them 1 through 5 stars on how good of a certified trainer they are, right? As we grow and evolve. And so people are going to have access to those certified trainers as part of the affiliate program as well to help them navigate everything too and get educated and make sure that, because like I said, there's people that are like, man, I just need somebody to help me. My sponsor's too busy, or my sponsor doesn't even know anything about crypto. He just loves the program. I want someone who's kind of an expert, that's an expert on Sosana, an expert on crypto, to come and just hold my hand, just walk me through it. And to me, it's worth it. I'd pay $100 for an hour for someone like that to just sit on the phone with me and tell me how to do everything, so I don't have to figure it out myself. Think about time is money, right? People save time, they get educated, they're comfortable at all times getting access to these certified trainers. So the goal is to have dozens and dozens of these certified trainers from all over the world, as long as they speak the given language that people need. At first, of course, it's going to be English, but we're going to get so big that we're going to need Spanish certified trainers. We're going to need people that speak Chinese and Japanese and, all that come in and as certified trainers for their communities. And we're going to need that as we grow. So that's what we're planning.
What I just thought about when you talked about, hey, we're going to need, people that can speak Spanish and Chinese. Because we already heard you say that if for my Joe and my Sue average, that they would love to build an affiliate network, but they're not good at the whole recruiting, sponsoring, list building, all that stuff. So for $19.95 a month, they can be a part of the co-op, of the ad co-op. All right.
Right.
All right.
Right.
But then the other thing is, if I am a Sosana token holder, which obviously I'm going to be at least $50 worth to be able to vote, $500 worth to nominate. And, I want to be like my buddy Keith. Well, I think there was 1 point something million tokens that you had, right? All right. So I want to get to the millions of tokens, right? Um,
Yep.
if I'm a token holder, I benefit when Keith is out there doing Zooms or sending
Oh
text
yeah.
messages like he did with me.
Right.
If I'm Joe Average, Sue Average token holder, I benefit when somebody 12 hours ahead or behind me is doing a Zoom
That's
talking
right.
about Sosana.
Absolutely.
So we all win.
Yes.
This is beautiful.
And I want to remind everybody there's 3 income potential streams.
Okay.
Right? Number 1, like you mentioned, owning the token, right? Number 2, the affiliate program. Number 3, building your portfolio by just holding $50 worth of tokens. That's 3 potential wealth building income streams in one business. And it's just, there's never been anything like it, folks. I'm telling you, man, you just wait. I think Sosana is going to be a household name in the Solana ecosystem.
Wow.
And there are millions of people all over the world in the Solana ecosystem. This is a deca billion-dollar, Solana network that we're dealing with here. And that's just the beginning. Okay, there's so much more.
In
Listen,
market cap.
I can't even go in. David has talked to me about, I'll tell you this, I'm going to give you something to just chew on. Because what you've just heard has never been done in crypto history. Did you know, and you don't know this yet, T. Lamont, but there's another concept coming that we think could even be bigger than what we have. Even bigger than this, but I can't reveal it right now. But I'm telling you, when we bring it out, we think it could potentially be even bigger than what we've already invented with this voting reward mechanism and the synergy of it and the affiliate program. But we think there's going to be something that we're going to add to that's going to make it so big that it's going to be beyond crypto. Like it's going to be something that makes people want to get into crypto just to be part of it, right?
Wow.
But it's coming, but that's the thing. See, David, I don't know what it is about that guy, but he just comes up with these unbelievable ideas and then he puts them in motion, and I couldn't tell you how excited I am about this. I feel like our success is inevitable, but again, I can't guarantee success, but this is how much I believe in it. And this is, I put everything into this, my money, my time, everything. It's just, I'm 100% all in. I'm just inviting people to consider that.
Well, folks, listen, I'm not sure where you're seeing this. And I'm not sure if by the time you're seeing this, if things have launched again. Well, end of July 2025 is when you're looking at 2.0. Be mindful, ladies and gentlemen. I've been a part of launches, and sometimes time frames get pushed off. So if it's not July 28th or the end of July 2025, that actually might not be bad. That gives you a chance to get position and maybe get some other folks hearing this message. Here's what I want you to do, okay? I want you to definitely get back with whoever got you this content. Now, if you happen to be seeing this on social media, I'm really big about structural integrity and genealogical integrity. So if John sent you to, let's say, YouTube, and you're seeing this on YouTube, would you please do me a favor and get back with John, Mary, and Susan and link arms with them, okay? Because remember, it doesn't matter if a person is coming into the ecosystem and they're buying Sosana tokens, everybody benefits, everybody wins, okay? So there's no reason for Keith or myself to take anybody's sponsorship. So please get back to the person who got this content to you. Be mindful when you start hearing about these AMAs, you start hearing about these, whether they're Zooms or where you can ask questions, make yourself available to those. Get the tokens. We're going to make sure that you know how to get the tokens. We're going to make sure you know how to liquidate the tokens if you want to convert those into ultimately usable, spendable cash. We'll make sure that you know how to do that. So I would have you to get tokens, I would have you to become a part of the affiliate membership. That's where you get access to that community hub, the pre-launch pieces, all the education. Is all the education a part of the community hub too?
Yeah. If you're an affiliate member, you're going to get access to the community hub and all the education.
All the education. Okay.
Yep.
So
And don't forget the Telegram. I'd get people over on the Telegram group as soon as
Oh
possible.
yeah. Yeah. Get them over there because that's when they're going to see all the announcements and everything. So yeah, get them in our Telegram.
So we'll make sure, folks, that you
Yep.
have access to the Telegram. So I'll get the Telegram. We'll make sure if you're seeing this on YouTube, go into the description and you'll see the Telegram so that you can also join the Telegram. What else, Mark? What else, Keith, do we need to know before we wrap this up?
I can't think of anything, but if you're new to the Solana ecosystem, get yourself a Phantom wallet. It's very easy. We do have our own tutorial on our YouTube channel that you can follow on how to get a Phantom wallet, but it's super, super easy. And the truth is, you could go to YouTube and type in, how do I get a Phantom wallet? And you'll find all kinds of tutorials that'll show you how. It's super easy. Get that Phantom wallet set up. Then you want to talk about getting funded. Now, there's a lot of ways to get funded, okay? And I'm talking about turning cash into crypto. If you haven't done it before, there's lots of ways to do that. One of them, I believe, is through the Phantom wallet. I think you can purchase Solana with a credit card. I've never done that myself, but you can look into that. But also, the easiest way, in my opinion, is to set up a Coinbase account. And if you fund your Coinbase account, this is a really important thing. If you're going to fund that Coinbase account, don't do an ACH withdrawal from your bank account, because if you do that, you're going to wait about 5 to 7 days before you have any access to those funds. So what you want to do is you want to send a bank wire. There is wiring instructions on there as well. And by the way, I also set up another tutorial as well with that information on our YouTube channel that you're going to be able to get as well. So those things are there. The person who invited you is going to help you get access to that information. And if it's got to roll all the way up to T. Lamont Silver or Keith, you're going to have it. And maybe we can answer questions on AMA in the future, but we're here for you to help you get access to everything. We want to make it as easy as possible.
All right. Keith, you have any parting words, sir?
Parting words. I would just say this. I had the opportunity to play football in college for Bear Bryant. And for those who know the Bear, he's a legend. And 5 national championships before Saban came in. But he would always harp on us about paying attention to the details. And every Friday we'd have the team meeting, and he would leave us with this thought every single Friday. He would say, "Boys, remember, there's always a fine line between being real good and being a champion." And so he said the details was what makes that happen. And so there's details here. A lot of people don't pay attention to things. And so if you just start thinking with your common sense and thinking about the details of what we've covered tonight, you're going to know that we have a winner here like we've never seen before. So that's it. T. Lamont, yeah, appreciate you and your integrity, brother. I love it, man, hearing you talk. And you are definitely a professor, no doubt about it. You're the king. You're the king of clues, man. You're amazing. You've never changed, brother. Still got the same hairdo, man. You keep
Still got the same hairdo. Didn't have this before.
It's a good look for you. It's looking good.
Well, friends, listen, you've heard from Mark Ross, co-founder of Sosana. You've heard from Keith Lacey. Folks like to call me the professor, T. Lamont Silver, Tracy Silver. Yeah, I don't care what you want to call me. All right. We just want to be a part of your crypto success, a part of your financial success. Listen, we love each and every one of you. Get back to the person who got this content to you, and let's transform this world together, starting with yours. Have a good one, everyone.